Hey ho, everybody. It's the 7th of February. We're here with Amy and the boss and
Dun,
Naomi
dun.
running the camera there.
Dun,
Okay,
dun,
now we're going to make a very important video right here because we're wanting transparency and we want some stuff done about whenever we're calling in. So we're calling, yeah, Dave Taylor, Ohio, please.
Confirming that was representative Dave Taylor. Did I get that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Please hold while I connect your call.
Hope everybody's doing well out there.
This is the office of Congressman Dave Taylor. AJ speaking. How can I help you?
Hey Jay, how are you today?
I'm good, Mr. Preston. How are you?
Well, we're getting there a little better. Thank you so much for asking. Hey, I am here, of course, with the world famous boss man, and of course, you know Miss Naomi is here, and we also have Amy with us today, and I think they want put down as separate calls.
Yes, sir. I believe Amy and I have spoken before, but I can't quite remember her last name. I think it might be Schneider, but I'm not certain.
Yeah, it's Snider.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's all right. We're calling in because you know the message that we need a system put in place where we can tell that Dave is getting the message from we the people and what he's doing and when he's taking it and who he's taking it to and the results of taking that message to them. And everybody here is wanting the same. Is that right? Is that right?
Yes.
That's what we got to have to happen. It has to happen. It's not his decision; it's our decision, and we really need for that to take place. Also,
Mr. Preston.
yeah, go ahead.
Can I just jump in real quick?
Yeah.
I believe you said there's you, there's Amy, there's Naomi, and maybe one other person. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's my son.
Okay. Is there any? Would he be comfortable sharing his name? If not, that's okay. I just need to ask.
Yeah.
My name is Jay. My last name is Preston. Preston.
Yeah.
You got a young in there.
Yeah. He's 14.
14.
Yeah,
I've been
whenever
here.
you see the show and you hear me talk about the boss, that's who I'm referring to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. No, thanks for asking, AJ. Appreciate that. But we've got like Bill Gates here who's running around and he's trying to throw monkey wrenches into everything. And Amy, you had something a while ago that you wanted to throw in there, and I know AJ likes to jump out of there at 5 o'clock. So
I
we'll
just
try
wanted to
not
know how their delivery system is that Representative Taylor gets the messages. Do they have a call log that is computerized, or do they just leave messages? How does he get the messages from us? Or do they send them in emails to him, or is it just like the old-fashioned dinosaur days when I had to write it? This message is for you, da 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 da. You know. So how is your delivery system?
Yeah, I'm happy to talk a little bit about that. So normally we get a call from a constituent or a number of constituents. We log their concerns here in our constituent management system, and then we begin drafting responses to those constituents if it's about a specific piece of legislation or a specific issue going on in the world. And then that letter kind of makes its way through the process, and once it's approved through all our channels here, we send it out normally via email form or physically, depending on if that person has access to email or not. And that's just kind of a general high-level overview of how it works. Obviously, there are intricacies and stuff that change that occasionally, but that's just kind of a real general high-level overview without getting into the weeds.
Well, have you ever gotten
No.
No, I'm asking you.
Okay, we'll talk.
Have you ever gotten a letter back or an email back about your concern?
Yeah, I've received, but not from Dave Taylor's Not since it's switched over.
I see.
Yeah, it was. Do you remember what that was? What?
The only thing you've got is where they wanted you to do the survey.
It's
I'm sorry to interrupt y'all. I've got a constituent on the other line. Can I just pick it up and put them on hold for real quick?
sure. Yes, absolutely. That,
Just give me one moment here.
now, that was well done. Now, see, if he'd have cut me off, if he'd have said, I got to move to another constituent, we know better than that garbage. Don't let him do that. But that's not what AJ was doing. He was just wanting to tell somebody that he's already.
Hold
All right,
please.
Mr. Preston,
Yeah.
I apologize about that.
No, well done. Good job. That's the way to do that. That's fine. Go ahead, Amy.
I just wanted to know if you had ever received a letter back about your concerns and what the concerns were being
My-
done, because I've made numerous calls and I've never gotten a letter back about he heard my concerns or this is what's being done about the concerns or anything like that. So I was just
AJ,
wondering if you got one.
you're breathing into your microphone again, brother. You sound like a dragon on us here, man.
Actually,
Yeah, he did. He
Sorry,
did
that
this.
must be the way I hold the phone up
Yeah,
with my ear.
he did this yesterday or whatever. You just gotta remind him there or whatever.
He's hyperventilating because it's 10 till and he wants to go.
Well, no, he knows I'm not going to keep him past. I get off. But Naomi, what did you have?
Mine was just the same thing as Amy, just make sure that we got the calls, and then we wanted to discuss the whole ICE thing.
Yeah, because there's no way of, like, if you do make this call, and when I'm talking to everybody out there, and I say, hey, make this call. I've talked to I don't know how many of them, and they say, well, if you call, how do you even know that my call made a difference? So why would I call in? I thought, you know what?
A lot of people have said that when
Yeah.
we've been talking to them that that's just a waste of time. I never know if my call did any good or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, they're like,
a lot of
well,
people
when you
have said
hang
that.
up, nothing ever comes of it. So, and that is what led me up to thinking, well, you know what? We need a system in place because our president, Mr. Trump, he went after Panama City, or Panama Canal, Panama Canal, and he said, hey, you know what? We're taking that back because. You know what? They didn't do with it what they were supposed to do with it. You know,
Their big meeting's supposed to be today. they
yeah,
said.
and it is today. So here's the thing, he done that I wasn't even thinking about. Then the Gulf of America that we have now, the Gulf of America most certainly should be and is now the Gulf of America. I never thought about doing that, and we need to think. Hey, what can we do to really make this a golden age where we come out of this mud ruck that we have been in, and we all
Stop sending $33 million to Iraq to make their own Sesame Street. That's what we can do.
Absolutely. You heard about that one, right, AJ?
I have generally heard about the concerns of, in terms of fraud with USAID.
Yeah, well, it's USAID. I don't know why they call it USAID. I don't know where that comes from because you can look it up. It's actually USAID. So I don't know who did this twist on it or whatever because I've talked to people and they said, well, what is that? And I said, well, it's really USAID. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, but USAID. I don't know why people... Anyway, with that being said... It's irrelevant. It's kind of relevant because it's
very relevant because they're
Yeah.
sending our money overseas for the craziest reasons, and they're wasting it here at home at the craziest reasons. And we as the people had no idea that this kind of foolishness was going on right under our nose.
Well, we actually did know it. We didn't know to what
to
extent because you and I have had many talks
Yep.
about they're just throwing our money away, and we know that it's going in Nancy Pelosi's pocket under the pretense that it's her Visa investment, that she made in Visa and stuff. But the inside trading and stuff like that all has to be done away with. The term limits absolutely need to be a thing. These people that come in and they just stay in the government all the time is just got to go.
Lifelong politician.
Yeah, lifelong politician is it's garbage. I mean, because think about it. Once you get a position, you don't have to worry about taking a call from James Preston or from Amy or anybody else. I mean, who cares? Once you got the position, it's like, what are you going to do to me? I'm in here. There's nothing you can do about it. you know, which is garbage. But we have to, we really are demanding some kind of a system be done, and if he doesn't know how to set it up, I'll be glad to do it. I guarantee you I can set this up. But we'd like to know how many calls are coming in each day. Is there a way to know that?
You know, and like I think we've talked about before, it's hard to put a number on because it changes every day, every week, depending on what's going on.
Well, no, but that, AJ, that's exactly what I'm asking. Of course, the number will change each day, because some people might be interested in, one topic and not so much interested in another topic.
And
you know,
if the people, general people, could see who called in with what concerns, they might know a concern that would be important to us that we don't know.
yeah, absolutely. So, but just the fact that there's a little bit of like questions that we're having now could simply and quite easily be taken care of by putting a thing in place, a system in place that all this information should be there in detail.
Well, with
How many calls came in, of course, second district, absolutely. But you know what? Actually thinking about that, there should be a box or something that says, okay, this came in from the district, but then this call came in and it wasn't in the district. And it doesn't really matter, as I pointed out several times, because does it matter if I'm in California or New York or anything else? Because when we vote for president or anything like this, it's across the board. Because if somebody does something in a different state that is corrupt, that's going to affect my vote.
yeah, but
And that's
as
not right.
being Ohioan, we have different concerns than people from California, and we don't want them cross mixed.
No,
because we
no,
want
that's
what's
not what
best
I'm
for
talking
our
about.
state.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if somebody calls in and they tell AJ, like right here in Ohio, they say, "Hey, do you have a system set up that I can find out how many calls you received today?"
Yeah,
I mean that should be across the board to any American.
yeah,
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the election for a president, if somebody's corrupt, in South Carolina or North Carolina, it doesn't matter. That's going to affect my vote. That's going to cancel mine out, as we seen what happened in 2020,
yeah.
which absolutely needs to be taken care of. But if we don't get this in place, what in the hell? Why do we have Dave Taylor in there? If we can't tell him what we want and we know that he's actually getting a message, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, I hear you, Mr. Preston. I'm happy to pass those concerns along to the congressman for you.
Well, it's not just
Can we
I.
make a website? I mean, they make a website like a.
We do
I
have
used
a
to have a.
website, taylor.house.gov.
Do you have like a call register? Because when I was in the business world before I stopped to take care of my disabled son, I had a call log, and I had to log that in every call, every day, time, how long the call was,
on a minute.
what it was about, the subject. Is there any way that to have a special website that you could have like a public call log?
Well, ma'am, we do log that information, but I don't believe I'm not going to comment on whether or not we can make it public, because that is outside of my expertise, and that seems more like a legal judgment, and I'm not a lawyer, and I do not want to make that judgment.
Well, that's fine. But if you want to find that out, then find that out and then put that on the website. And does it show, if I go to that website right now, AJ, does it show how many calls come in? Can I read what kind of questions were being asked? Can I read what kind of demands were being told? Can I read and see what Dave Taylor actually did? Can I read and see that he actually...
You can.
Okay,
Yeah.
on the...
If you go to taylor.house.gov, we've got a media page. You can see our press releases. You can see some of the things Congressman Taylor has been up to here in Washington on behalf of Ohio's 2nd Congressional District. I know there's some good information on there that I think would be interesting to you and the folks.
Okay, well, we're going to go to that, but does it show how many calls actually came in each day?
No, sir, and like I said, I don't really want to make a comment on whether or not we can make that public, because that seems more like a legal determination in terms of whether or not we can share what other constituents are saying, and that falls outside my realm of expertise.
Okay, well, that's fine. But find that out, and then we will revisit this exact same question, because we need to have this fixed, because it's actually what we the people are wanting. And I'm telling you, I'm talking to a lot of people all the time about this very situation, because you can't get people to call in, and why would they if it's not going anywhere? If Dave Taylor's not getting that message, or if it's or if he's getting it and he says, throw it in the trash, or, well, that's not important, because anybody that has something that they want done is very important. If they call this office and it's legit, it's important.
Well,
You
you're
know?
not going to take the time to call if you don't care.
Well, I mean, we're going to go check out this website and say it again for everybody out there, AJ. What's it?
Taylor.house.gov, TAYLOR.house.gov.
Right, and give them the phone number there that they can call, because we know that you can call 202-224-3121 and get the switchboard, but what's the other number directly there?
Yeah, let me go ahead and let me see too if I can just find it where you see it on the website in case folks forget in the meantime. If you scroll to the bottom of that website page, you can see it at the bottom there. It's 202-225-3164. So even if folks don't remember it from this conversation or remember it from the YouTube channel post, it's always at the bottom of that website there.
But see, what you don't understand, AJ, is that a lot of people that I also talk to do not have a computer. And a lot of the older people that I talk to, they don't text or none of that. And I know a lot of them don't even have cell phones. They won't do them. They refuse to have cell phones. So that's why that phone numbers are vitally important, you know. Hey, all right. Well, we hit the 5 o'clock there, AJ. So we're going to respect you there. Find out some answers to our questions there, and we'll look on there and check out this website in the meantime. We'll talk to you Monday. Have a great weekend. You said something. We lost you. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying have a good weekend to you, Naomi, Amy, and the whole crew there, okay?
All right. God bless. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Now, boss, what was you saying?
Our taxpayer dollars are going to this. How to figure out what's a sandwich?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it?
They were wasting taxpayer dollars for a board to figure out what constitutes a sandwich. They were getting
you're
$2
right.
million a year.
Yeah, $2 million. Man, what a good. Now, see, he remembers that. And here is Bill Gates's. What
Who's
was her
that?
name?
Mom, your
Oh,
phone's
Melinda.
your phone's
Melinda
ringing.
Gates or whatever. And this is where she was talking about that. It was awful funny about Bill Gates and his
Mom,
Well, she divorced him.
relationship with Jeffrey. Oh, no, I know. Yeah, buddy. Good for her. She
And
said, I'm out.
He had a
Sicko.
yearly affair with a woman for decades.
Yeah, let's get back to this topic here for just a minute, okay? Because I know this is kind of, but if you haven't out there, subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate it. To all the subscribers that's hung in there with me and
we
still
did
with me,
good
thank you
today.
so much. And you know what? That's very interesting. What the boss says that what is it, $2 million, just to find out what.
Constitutes a sandwich.
Yeah, I that's the most. Well, you know,
It's
what
dumb.
about? Yeah, what about drunken sunfish? They wanted to see the results of a drunken sunfish. That was so many millions.
Or condoms for Hamas.
Yeah, that was 50 million.
And a transgender play sort of thing for Peru.
Yeah. It just goes on and on and on. Well, listen, we're going to check out this website, and I would encourage everybody out there to go check it out. We just wanted to make this call and get this in there because, you know, how many of you out there have access to the website? I mean, do you think that everybody has access to that? Absolutely not, because I'm told all the time, it's like, well, I don't do computers and I don't do cell phones. So, anyway, we're out of here. God bless you and yours. Welcome to the Golden Age. Peace out.